I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And first up, they call him Sweet Hands. Caleb Plant, this former middleweight champion of the world, comes in at 6'1" with a reach of 74 inches. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
There's a massive difference here between both fighters. The taller of the two has to use that long jab, parry the fighter coming through, lean on him, and just keep that distance.
Caleb Sweet Hands Plant, this former super middleweight champion of the world, is looking to get back on track tonight. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing from Nashville, Tennessee, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a super middleweight champion of the world, Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a four-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
The heat of the crowd, the action, the noise, that carnival atmosphere. It's a lot to take in.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. They ring the bell, and here we go. The right hook is scoring. Beautiful counter shot. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This is not the first time Alvarez and Plant have fought, of course. They battled it out back in 2021 in Las Vegas, Nevada, with Canelo winning by an 11th round TKO.
How is Caleb going to handle such a successful champion title winning Canelo Alvarez? He knows what he's got to do. He's got to get in there and box to the best of his ability. No timing's on his side. He knows Alvarez slows down the second half of the fight. He knows his strengths. He knows his weaknesses. He's got to take the pace away from him.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. The right hook just missed. Lucky that hook didn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Okay, now we're switching off. We're starting to make mistakes. We're switching off. Listen, you switched off. What you're doing, I need you to focus on what's into it. That was a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. He'll take that.
Now he's switching off. He's starting to make mistakes and switching off. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round.
Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is.
Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breath. Big, deep breath.
You're much better. He's not in your league.
And there's the bell to start the round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there. You can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind. You've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. These two are the perfect dance partners. When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered.
Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stretching out.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now. He's absolutely shattered on that stool. Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stretching about it.
Getting that breath in. Don't let him get back into this fight.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. He's got...
Keep him busy with that.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That jab misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. Very close round, 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You've done all your work all the way through, camp.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. Been
Be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off, win the round on your...
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through cap. Now it's a tougher fight. He's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the...
Be smart. Just get your shots off. Don't give him anything.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what...
And that you've lost, don't worry about it. Don't worry about...
Come on, do you want to win this fight? You've got complacent. The fight's...
The round's alright, but we don't care. Go out there.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Back on the job.
Minds on the job. Get back out there and win the round. Get out there and switch on. Get this...
They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. These two fighters are made for one another. These two were made for each other. Both men step back for just a moment. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Just missed that jab. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
This is nothing.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him.
Confidence is going to be stretching out his gap. Keep whacking into the body.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. He's gone. Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank now. Keep whacking him.
To this fight is so important now that in the first minute of this next round,
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now.
and then let your shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight. Come on, you got this.
Look at him.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The straight right just misses. A A very competitive round here so far. The straight right just misses.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
I need you to focus on what...
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round. Get back.
What's that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Now it's a tough fight. It's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of a jab.
To it. I need you to get back out there. I need you to win this round.
Okay, now you're letting back into the fight that round. Don't worry about that round.
Just box him. Be smart. Get your shots off and don't give him anything.
Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths.
You're about it. Right, let's go out there.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Win the round on your jab, and then breathe when you're stepping around.
And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. You'd like to see more jabs. The straight right just misses. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Gonna try and relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. Not so tense anymore. Trying to loosen things up. I like it. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what...
Oh, you've let him back into it. I need you to get back out there. I need you to...
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't.
What's that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off.
I need you. Terrible round, that is. Come on, you're letting back into the fight. You're much better than this guy.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Right, let's get out there.
Put your boxing back together. Put him back on him this round.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
Don't worry about that round.
Bad round, all right, but we don't care. Go out there and win this next round.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world.
We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. He settled back in, but needs to play some defense.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. The straight right just misses.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Is that a match made in heaven?
The jab slightly off target. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Listen, you switched off. What's he doing? Get out there.
Okay, focus. Big, deep breath. Big, deep breath.
Switch back on. Get focused. Get your minds on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
What's that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching up. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. Let him get back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and...
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. Put him back on him this round.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the...
Come on, you've let him back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. You've been coasting
Him back, and then we go again. Switch on.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Need you to focus on what you're doing.
Fight, and he's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute. Stick.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. Not only Caleb Plant is hurt. He takes a step back, recalibrates himself, and here we go again.
What recovery skills.
Caleb Plant just got clipped.
Get your hands up. Don't take another one.
He had his moment, but has it gone by?
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now.
Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stretching out.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. He's gone. Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank now. Keep whacking him.
Getting that breath in. Don't let him get back into this fight.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now.
Keep him busy with that jab. Work him behind the jab and then let your shots go.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. He's gone.
Just keep on top of him. Don't let him get back into the fight.
And there's the bell to start the round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Can they figure out the combination to this shape? And that straight got him.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
They better start, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Get that jab back. Just box.
What was that? What you doing? Come on, you're switching off. You got complete.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on it.
Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off. Win.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's go out there. Let's reset. Forget about that round.
Okay, go out there and win this next round.
Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths.
Get your focus back.
And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punches with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
punching. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? You'd like to see more jabs. Looks like this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Come on, I need you to get back out there. I need you to...
Come on, do you want to win this fight? I need you to switch back.
Jab back. Just boxing, be smart. Get your shots off and don't give him anything.
Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself back. Come on, breathe, breathe. Come on, let him back into the fight.
The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the...
Out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching up. Come on.
Into the fight. You're much better than this guy.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Switching off.
Now in this round. Right, let's go out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen,
we're hoping for an all-action slugfest. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A perfect counter shot. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
It's bombs away. Nice counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
He scores with the counter. Just missed with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Nice counter. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
don't worry about that round. Let's go out there. Let's reset. Forget about that round.
Okay, now you're letting back into the fight that round. Right, let's get out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out. Take the round off. Win the round.
Get that jab back. Just boxing. Be smart. Get your shot.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? I need you to focus on what...
There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. I need you to get...
What is that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching up. I need you.
Chris back. Get that jab back. Just box in.
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Now it's a tough fight. He's going to be...
Right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's... No one would have blamed him if he didn't get up, but here we go again, and this could get ugly.
What this is definitely should be difficult to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Caleb Plant is hurt. Maybe not as hurt as we thought, but he can't continue to take those punches. What is he doing in there? Caleb Plant just got clipped. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will you do? What can you tell them when he gets to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
And it appears he's out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you, one clean punch changes everything.
Big days.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious. Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. Get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. Life's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magical, you have it. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given the task, it's so apparent I'm fully